Hey guys, and welcome to our online essential oils class. If you're here and checking out this video, then you want to know more about essential oils and how they can change your life. So I'm super excited to be telling y'all a little bit about oils. I'll give y'all a little bit of a background on me. So about 10 years ago, I was very into essential oils, like way back before they were cool, and I bought a ton of them, and I did like all the research and bought all the books, and I was like the biggest believer ever. But let me tell y'all what I did not do. I did not spend the money to buy the quality oils, and I did not realize that that made like the biggest difference ever. And so as much as I wanted them to and believed in them, y'all, they just didn't work. And so I went from like the biggest believer to the biggest skeptic ever. And for the longest time, if anybody mentioned like, oh, there's an oil for that, I was like, no, it's not going to work. Been there, done that, doesn't work. And then I recently tried a quality oil, and y'all, it rocked my world. And since then, I have been like just blown away at how much they work. And so if you're here and you're watching this, then you are curious. So let's just dive in. So we all know that plants and herbs have been used for medicinal purposes for like thousands of years. So it makes sense that the highly potent extract of the plant or herb would be really powerful and useful, right? That's what essential oils are, y'all. In the most basic language, essential oils are the highly concentrated version of the natural oils in plants. Getting the oils from plants is done by distilling them. Most commonly, you distill the oils by using steam or water. You can also use a process called cold pressing. Pretty much every part of the plant is used. Depending on the plant, you can use the flowers, the flowering tops, the fruits, the rinds, the grasses, the resin, the leaves, the seeds, the wood, the bark. Every part of the plant is used. And so you can also do resin tapping for some of the oils, like frankincense. They do resin tapping to get that, and I think copaiba too. So anyways, y'all, they are so potent. Like I'm talking 100 to 10,000 times more potent than the herbs and plants that they come from. So, y'all, just based on that, it makes so much sense that they would be effective, right? Even more so than, the herbs and stuff that have been used forever, basically. And so, another thing about them is that they are volatile, which means that they can very quickly change from a liquid to a gas. And why that's important is because that will really help you use them in a variety of ways. A favorite way, which we'll get to this in a second in more depth, but a favorite way is diffusing them or, smelling them and having them come out in the air, right? So you really can inhale it. And the reason that you can diffuse them and like put them in your shower and have it scent the whole bathroom is because they can very quickly turn to steam. So all of that being said, we can totally see why they'd be effective, right? So how do you use them? Well, there's three main ways that people use the oils. And one is a tad bit controversial. So I'm mostly going to stick with the first two, but I will mention the third one. So the first one is aromatic, which means that you can use a diffuser. That means that you smell it in the air. You can use a diffuser. You can put some drops in your bath. You can put a few drops on your palms and cover your nose and take some deep breaths. You can make a spray, and you can use them on wool dryer balls to help scent your laundry. Fun fact about smell is the only sense that is connected to the limbic lobe of the brain, which is the emotional control center. Y'all, a scent can evoke an emotion before we're consciously aware of it. How interesting is that? And I know for me personally, like I tie a lot of like things in my life or even like movies and stuff to scent. It's very weird. Well, it's not that weird if you think about it, but it's weird in concept. But anyway, so the next way that you can use oils is topically. So you can mix them with a carrier oil for an invigorating massage. You can apply to certain areas after a workout. You can add them to your favorite beauty products. You can add them to your wrist or neck as a perfume. And my favorite way is to use roller bottles. And I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit. I don't know if I'll have time to do it in this video just because my daughter is asleep and I don't know when she's going to wake up. So anyways, at some point, either in this video or another one, I'm going to talk to y'all about how to make roller bottles and sprays and what the best recipes are, in my opinion. So essential oils are fast-acting, effective, simple to use, convenient, and beneficial. Now, oil and water don't mix, right? We all know that. And so it's recommended, highly recommended, that you get a good carrier oil. Now, what this will do is your oil will mix with the other oil and it will kind of dilute itself a little bit. And if you want to put it on, especially your skin, it'll help smooth it across your whole skin, rather than if you put it on water and try to put it on your skin, it could just concentrate in one part. And that's not what you want, right? You want to get the most out of your oil, so you want to make sure you're diluting them correctly. Some good carrier oils are V6 vegetable oil, hemp seed oil, olive oil, rose hip oil, fractionated coconut oil. Now that's my favorite because I'm basically obsessed with coconut oil. You can also use sweet almond oil and grapeseed oil. Okay, so here are some just little safety things to think about. There are oils called hot oils, which means that if you put them directly on your skin, they can cause some discomfort. It can feel like burning, tingling. Thieves, thyme, clove, peppermint, and oregano are all considered hot oils, and there are a few more. And a funny story about oregano, my aunt told me she uses oregano, and one day she was rushing out the door and she did not take the time to dilute it and didn't realize that it was going to be so painful. And y'all, she actually burned her mouth a little bit, dribbled out. I think she just tried to take it like a shot or whatever, and a little bit dribbled out of her mouth and literally gave her a burn. So please be aware of that. They are very powerful. Peppermint, eucalyptus are not for kids under 5, and wintergreen is needs to stay away from kids that are under 12. So keep that in mind too. Another thing as far as safety, citrus oils can cause discomfort to your skin if you go out into the sun 12 to 48 hours after you apply them topically. So if you're going to do anything with the citrus oil on your skin topically, or I think even if, I think it's just topically, that you need to be away from the sun and out of the sun. Okay, so, and the last thing is oils are always going to be found in amber or other dark colored bottles because they need to be away from heat and light in order to preserve them. So I'm going to talk to y'all now a little bit about the different oils, and I'm going to just stick with the oils that are in the Young Living Starter Kit. And they are really popular oils. So this is not Young Living specific, most of them. There's a few blends that are, but a lot of them are, even if you are with a different company or whatever, you can, use your oils for the same purposes. So I'm going to start with frankincense because frankincense is the oil that rocked my world. Okay. I suffer a lot with anxious feelings and, struggling in that aspect. And for those of y'all that, maybe follow me or know my personal journey, I lost a child a few years ago, and I have been struggling with that. And I actually had anxiety issues before. But anyways, that just kind of exacerbated things. But y'all, frankincense. So I put a drop of frankincense under my tongue, and it is like an immediate calm down, grounding, like bring me back to myself feeling. And this is the one that just truly, truly rocked my world. So this is like my special oil. And let me tell you also, while I'm thinking about it, not every oil is going to work for everyone the same way, because people have different body chemistries. And so sometimes it takes like a trial and error to figure out like what works for you. And to give y'all an example, frankincense is like my jam. Like this is my go-to. This is what works for me. But this does not work for my mom. My mom loves Stress Away. Like for her, that is like, she feels about Stress Away the same way that I feel about frankincense. And so it's a trial and error. If one thing doesn't work, try a few other things, because you might find something that does work for that same purpose. So let's move on and let's just talk about frankincense. So frankincense has been used for thousands of years in religious ceremonies, and in many parts of the world, it's considered a holy anointing oil. It was given to Jesus Christ as a gift at his birth, and it is mentioned in one of the oldest known scientific records that was dating back to like 16th century BC, y'all. So this has been around. And I even read that like many, many years ago, this was actually more expensive than gold because it was just that effective for people. It takes approximately 8 to 10 years for the tree that this comes from to mature enough to produce the resin. And the resin of frankincense is often chewed like gum. Who knew? So frankincense helps reduce the appearance of blemishes. It's very good for your skin. It has calming properties. It can promote feelings of relaxation and tranquility. It promotes feelings of peace, grounding, and relaxation, and can help with the appearance of fine lines. And so like I mentioned, well, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if you guys get a starter kit for me using my link, I will send you my starter kit guide, and I have a ton of recipes and for spray bottles and roller bottles and just like a ton of other ways that you can use this. But just to give y'all like some ways you can use this oil, you can apply 1 to 3 drops onto your palms and place over your nose and inhale it. You can put a few drops into your bath for a spa-like experience. And side note on that, we always recommend that you put them, like kind of let them mix in with Epsom salt, because like we talked about, oil and water don't mix. So if you put them straight in your bath, then it's not going to like kind of spread throughout the whole bath like you want. So you want to let it soak in some Epsom salt. And a lot of people actually make like a big tub of them and just use it, like have a jar or whatever and do Epsom salts and whatever blend you want. If you want to just do frankincense, put some drops in there and kind of let them sit and soak it up. And that will be like the best bath ever. You can diffuse it. You can apply frankincense to the back of your neck and your temples. Let's see. You can use it to promote younger and fresher looking skin, and you can use it for massage. And like I said, I have like so many recipes that include frankincense. So it's such a great oil to have. And it's one of the more expensive. And actually this oil is what made the starter kit like totally worth it for me. So I love that it's included in the starter kit because it's really such a valuable oil. Okay, so that was frankincense. So the next one that comes in your starter kit that I'm going to talk to you about is copaiba. So this is also distilled using resin tapping. And many cultures use it in religious and cultural practices. It provides a very calm aroma and can be diffused to create warm and inviting environments. You can use it to reduce the appearance of blemishes. You can use it as a massage, and it's in Stress Away, which is like the oil that everybody really loves. Let's see, what else? So copaiba is also really good for pain management in general. And so especially like tooth pain. So you can use this like if you have a toothache or if you have a kid that is teething, you can actually put this right on their gums. It's a very, very gentle oil. And really, I think this is one that's not talked about enough. And so let me just talk to you about like what it smells like. See if I can just describe that a little bit. So it doesn't have a super strong scent. It's almost like a woodsy aroma, which makes sense because it comes from a tree. It's not one that you would just diffuse on its own and be like, oh, wow, that smells amazing. But it works really well in blends. And I love like the healing properties. And did you see, I just had to open this because this is my mom's starter kit and I just totally opened this. But that's fine because she's coming over tonight. We're making all of her blends. So, okay. So Copaiba, we talked about, and there's a ton of blends that you can, use it for. Let's see if I'm missing anything else about Copaiba. I have some notes that I'm like trying to use, but I keep getting distracted and like not following my notes. And so I'm trying to get caught back up. All right, I think I hit all the big points about Copaiba. So now let's talk about lavender. So lavender is called the Swiss Army knife of oils because it's one of the most celebrated and versatile oils. And you've probably heard of lavender. There's lavender sprays, all kinds of stuff you can do because it's known for its, calming benefits. So lavender is already in a lot of stuff, even like store-bought commercial stuff. They like to use lavender because it's so well known for those properties. Let's see. In ancient Egypt, over 2,500 years ago, lavender was used during the mummification process. It's been used in the medieval times when people didn't take a lot of baths to freshen and add scent to clothes and bed linens. It can promote feelings of calm. It can help support a worry-free outlook. It can help calm the mind and body. You can use it to soothe your skin after a day in the sun. It helps enhance the appearance of a youthful complexion. You can diffuse lavender as part of your bedtime routine at night to help you calm down. You can add some to your pillows, bedding. You can freshen up pretty much anything in your house by using lavender. It's just a really great calming scent. One thing a lot of people don't know is it actually helps with your hair. You can add some to your mascara tube or to your shampoo or whatever, and it helps, like, even some people say it even helps your hair grow. I'm not gonna, make those kind of claims, but y'all get lavender. If you really want to start with a really simple essential oil, I always recommend lavender. Let's see if there's any other great topics here. It's one of the safest essential oils and can be applied undiluted to the skin. And when we say undiluted, we say neat. So it can be applied neat. You can do research and just find so many uses, but it's basically in like a ton of blends, even my like DIY blends that I'll give to you guys soon. All right, so now let's talk about peppermint. Peppermint. Now, this is an oil that when I first kind of got back into the game of things with peppermint, that was like the main one that people talked about as far as like they used it. So peppermint is in the same family as lavender and rosemary. We all kind of know what peppermint smells like. Think about like a peppermint stick or a candy cane. That's kind of what it smells like. It's in the same, or I said that. Dried peppermint leaves were found in Egyptian pyramids dating back to 1000 BC. So it has definitely been around for a long time. Peppermint is a hybrid of spearmint and watermint. Interesting. You can use peppermint as a cooling to fatigue muscles. You can use it to the back of your neck on a hot day because the tingle will cool you down. let's see, you can inhale it and kind of help you focus. It really helps with headaches. People say if you have some head discomfort, you can roll it on, and just the tingling sensation will kind of help with that head discomfort. Let's see. You can have a revitalizing bath if you add it to your bath. Now, definitely dilute this one, because remember, this is a hot oil, so you definitely don't want to put it straight on your skin, right? You can add this to your toothpaste or mouth rinse for fresh breath. Okay, let's talk about lemon. So lemon surprisingly ended up being one of my favorite scents. I like the smell of lemon, but I didn't realize I would love it so much in my house. So I love to diffuse lemon in my house. And you can use lemon, you can put a couple of drops like on a felt pad, stick it in your trash can or a cotton ball. Y'all, this is like the freshest, cleanest scent ever. I love it, love it, love it. And you know what? This is like one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, oil. So you can use this oil for all the things, for the cleaning. This is controversial, so I'm not necessarily going to recommend this, but you can put this in your water, some people say. Anyways, let's go back to my notes here. Christopher Columbus introduced lemon to the Americas. And the lemon tree is part of the evergreen family and can reach 20 feet tall. Lemon has an energizing, invigorating, and uplifting aroma. You can diffuse it to create a focused and fresh environment. You can use it during times of sadness. It can help you feel it can help uplift your mood a little bit. It helps remove adhesive. So if you've got like a tag or something stuck on something, you want to get it off, use lemon and it will come right off. You can add some drops to your laundry for a pleasant smell. You can add it to your cleaning solutions as like just a boost and to help with the scent. Yeah, you can also use it as a fresh fruit spray, or you can let it just soak in some water with the fruit, and that way it cleans the fruit. Okay. Those were all of the oils that were not Young Living specific. So let me see how much time I have. So I think I'm checking on my daughter in the cam here, and I'm trying to see if I feel like I have some more time to dive in. So I'm going to real quickly talk to y'all about the blends that you get in your starter kit. Digize, Thieves, Raven, and Panaway, and Citrus Fresh. So these are the blends that come in the starter kit. Oh, and Stress Away, of course. And I want to point out something. These have different tops. Like, do you see that this has a different top? So these are the more like child-proof tops, because these have wintergreen in it. And I mentioned that these need to stay away from kids 12 and under because of the wintergreen. So these have a different top just for safety. So if that's something that you've wondered about. And so I'm going to real quickly talk to y'all about these blends here. I'm going back up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes, okay. And so Stress Away is the one that's hiding, if you get your starter kit, that's the one that's hiding underneath. Let me show you. It's hiding underneath this part right here, y'all. So when I first got my kit, I was like, where's my 11th oil? They told me I was going to get 11. Where's 11? And it's hiding under there. So Stress Away is what a lot of people consider their like gateway oil. It's the one that really got them into oils. And it's a blend of copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, and lavender. And it really helps promote relaxation and a calming environment. This is one that I use an oil. It doesn't smell very like herby. And I think because of the vanilla, I actually had someone say that they thought it smelled like cake batter. I don't know if it smells like cake batter. I think the lime or makes me think of like tropical, you know, stress away, like take me away, you know, all that good stuff. But that one is so awesome. I truly love that one. And like I think I mentioned earlier, that's my mom's like go-to. She loves it. She has a roller and she just rolls it on and rolls it on and rolls it on, and she just thinks it's so great. So Stress Away is really awesome to help take away your stress, y'all. Okay. This oil, y'all, Panaway, I'm shocked at how much I love this oil. And actually, my aunt is buying this. My grandma bought the kit mostly because of this oil. So it's a mix of wintergreen, clove, and essential oil. So you definitely want to keep this one away from the kids because it is a hot oil. You do not want this on the kids. It will feel like it's burning to them and it's not pleasant. But y'all, I put this on my back. I had just a little bit of an ache, nothing too bad, but it was just a little bit sore. And I put this on, and that cooling sensation, oh my gosh, it just felt so good. And my aunt, like she was working on her feet all day, and I made a little mixture. So all I did was put a few drops in some coconut oil, just regular coconut oil, because I wanted it to be like the whipped stuff. And she just rubbed it right on her feet, and she said it felt good, y'all. It felt good. It helped so much with the sore feet. You can use it after exercise. You can put it on your back, neck, forehead, whatever you want, wherever you need it. This stuff is so great, and it has a very stimulating aroma. Like, I mean, you really smell. Woo, y'all! It smells like icy hot. Yes, it really does smell like icy hot. So this oil, I don't even think this oil is talked about enough, y'all. This oil is great. Okay. Still checking the monitor here. It's nearing the end of my daughter's nap time. So let me hit the other really popular one. Okay, Thieves. So as far as personal orders, Thieves is like the #1 seller for me. And y'all, Thieves will rock your world and blow your mind in all sorts of ways. Thieves oil was inspired by the legend of 4 15th century thieves who formulated and wore a special aromatic combination of clove, rosemary, and other botanicals that they believed provided them protection while they were stealing. And so this one is, let's see. Okay. This one is used to help support the immune system. It is cleansing when it's applied topically. It neutralizes and purifies the air from strong odors when it's diffused. It can freshen any atmosphere when it's diffused. You can use it around the classroom or in your home for a fresh and clean fragrance and to neutralize the air from strong odors. You can add some to your dishwasher to eliminate odors and boost cleaning. You can apply it to the bottom of your feet. So yeah, this oil, I have it in a roller, and we roll it on up and down Penelope's spine. That's my daughter, and on the bottom of her feet every single day. And I do mine too, just as like an immune system boost, because who doesn't need their immune system boosted, right? Like nobody wants to be sick. And so y'all, this stuff is so great. And you know what else I do? I get a spray and I put a few drops, just mix it in with water and a little bit of witch hazel. And it's like, get the germs off, you know, it kills, well, I'm not even going to say it kills the germs. I don't know if I can say that. It helps clean things. It helps get the stuff clean. And so we use that. You can use it like to spray on doors, or if you go to a restaurant, you can spray it on the table. And it's non-toxic, y'all. Okay, this stuff's awesome. I'm going to stop singing. It's also a vitality oil, which means that, you know, this is controversial, but you can ingest it. I actually tried to put a little bit in my coffee, and it tasted a little like a chai latte because it smells like Christmas because of like the cloves and rosemary and stuff. But I actually love the scent. it smells clean to me. So the next one here is Digize, and I'm really going to speed up at this point because my daughter's about to wake up. So Digize is for your digestive system support, basically. So it's got like tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, patchouli, all those things that are known to help your digestive system. And so this is the one that I put the roller right on. Your kit comes with like a little roller ball, and I put a little bit on, put the roller ball on because if y'all have smelled this is probably not an oil that you're going to diffuse. It doesn't smell awful. It's just not necessarily something that you want, you know, all up in the air. But anyways, y'all, this is so effective. And if you are having tummy troubles, roll this bad boy right on your tummy and see what happens. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, next we have 2 more to talk about. Citrus Fresh is orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint. And this one, you want your house to smell like this one. You do. You really just do. I mean, it smells clean. It smells fresh. Makes you happy. It is warm. It's inviting. Diffuse this in your house. Do it now. Yep. All right. There's that. Okay. And that, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. And the last one here is Raven. And so Raven, I don't even see. Okay. I thought it said it on the bottle, but I'm going to have to go back to my little list here. If I have it, I was going to tell y'all what was in Raven. I don't even know. Did I really not even write? Okay, so I don't even have the list of this one. But Raven, you basically use as like if you're stopped up or whatever. And I don't know the specific oils that are in it at this point. I thought I did my homework and had all this listed out. But anyway, I do have it listed on my other thing, but I have to bring it up. Anyways, if you're feeling stopped up, I put a drop of this in my shower. It's like minty, wintergreen. It's definitely got wintergreen in it. That's why it's got the cap. So this one smells a little bit like Panaway, but it's just a little bit different. It's not quite as icy hot-ish, but it definitely reminds you of like spearmint, like wintergreening type stuff or whatever. So that one you would use. I think you can put it like on your chest if you dilute it with a carrier oil, and it just kind of helps open things up if you're feeling stopped up or having a hard time like taking a deep breath. Okay, so there are, let me show y'all real quick some of my things here. You can make all sorts of sprays and roller bottles, which I recommend that you do, because if you're going to invest, especially in getting a starter kit, then you definitely want to use your oils every single day. And making a roller or a spray is the easiest way just to grab it. It's pre-made. It's done. You use it when you need it, right? And so if you guys get a kit using my link, I will send you free rollers and I will send you my starter kit guide, which tells you all about the oils, and you will also be added to our huge member resource group on Facebook. You will have all the support that you need. I will give you a ton of recipes. Like I've literally got a sheet of, not a sheet, several pages of starter guide that I've been working on. For example, just for roller bottles, I've got like at least 20 different recipes. So basically, if you have an issue with something, I can help you with it, right? And I will send you the free roller. So I'm going to put my link in the comments. If y'all are interested, shoot me an email, send me a message, leave a comment, whatever you need. Just let me know. And I would love to help you guys get started, because seriously and truly, like, these oils will blow your mind. And thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.